an issue, and one of their staff will contact you, okay? David will probably go into that in a little bit more detail. Yes.
Could you tell me the status of the WIA funds for training now?
Well, they're getting low. We haven't totally exhausted them, but funding, especially the stimulus funding, is very low. My suggestion is, I'm not going to say that we're out of funds. Suggestion is, if you're interested in training, visit a career center real soon so that you can sit down with the staff, take a look at what type of training you're looking at, what time you probably will be eligible for, and then a determination will be made about available funding and whether or not there's enough funding to cover your training. Okay? Yes, ma'am.
I've been hearing a lot at the different meetings I go to that there's more funding available at certain career centers than others.
I've heard that too. I have yet to be able to verify that by talking to the various directors, okay? Everybody's, and when I say everybody, I'm talking about the greater St. Louis metropolitan area, including St. Charles, Jefferson Franklin. Everybody's funding is dwindling because we are trying to serve a very large preponderance of folks, okay? But there are still funding available. And that may vary from program to program. In other words, we have more dislocated workers, okay, especially in the city, than adults. But, so we make more dollars than dislocated dollars. Is when if you attend the orientation, that would be what you might really want to ken Bob Petrick about, okay, because he is a WIA staff. Okay. Sir, you had a...
Yes, I went to a career center last week and met with a lady that's hooked up with the junior college, and she was going to take my information in order to apply for a WIA grant or something, and she indicated that she needed, this might help people that are going to apply for these things, they wanted a Social Security card, and then they also wanted a letter of separation from your employer. And I thought once you're on the unemployment roll that you would automatically be linked in with the unemployment office, since it was at one time one in the same office. So I was wondering if you could comment on that.
LinkedIn, two separate entities, okay? We are two separate entities. About, what, David, 8 years ago, 9 years ago, 10 years ago? Wow, see, time flies when we're having fun. We separate, okay? We separate. Unemployment is unemployment. Workforce is workforce. Now, do we talk to electronically? There are certain bits of data we do share. But when it comes to training eligibility, especially WIA, those requirements have to be met in order to meet all the eligibility requirements or determine eligibility requirements. So, to answer your question, although we work together, we're not necessarily linked totally. Some data is shared. Okay? Yes, ma'am.
Generally speaking, what types of training does WIA cover?
Oh, good reason to come to the orientation, because we go into that. But